Greetings and welcome to the Live Your Song podcast. My name's Sheyenne Kramer. I'm here with my better half.
Don Kramer. Hello, everyone.
And we come to you each week with ideas and tips and concepts related to the whole concept of living your song. Because let's face it, folks, we're recording this during the time that the whole big virus pandemic is going on. And, we know that when we come out of this, we're going to need more people living their song than we've ever had before. They've got to figure out what is that song in your heart that makes a difference in the world and help you to put it to use, help you to build a business around it. That's the purpose of this podcast. And so we really want to invite you to think seriously about what can you be doing in the future. But today, given that we are in the midst of this national and even worldwide crisis at this moment, we really wanted to take the next couple of videos and just focus on some things that are related to healthcare and wellness, and especially as it affects small business owners. Because Don, he went through a tough time 10 years ago, gave up a business because of health issues that caused us to go through a financial crash. So we know what it's like when small businesses don't have the ability to be able to weather some challenges related to health. And so today we have a special guest with us here. And dear, would you like to introduce our guest?
It'll be a pleasure. Really, he's a real good friend. And this is Doc Morse.
And Doc's background is just a little bit about what?
A lot of medical. He spent a lot of years as a corpsman in the Navy, which is really a fantastic job. And he did such a great job in helping others while serving his country.
Absolutely. We thank you for your service, Doc. We appreciate it more than we can say. And, just a really short thumbnail. Can you give people an idea just about a little bit about your background and why is this whole idea of what we're going to talk about with healthcare, why is it important to you?
Well, as far as my background, like Don said, I was hospital corpsman in the Navy, and kind of a strange way the military does things. A hospital corpsman is somebody who works with the doctors and kind of between the doctors and nurses, providing health care for the troops. My training actually included physical therapy and occupational therapy initially. So I am a PTA and an OTA. And then I went into orthopedics, dermatology, urology, undersea medicine, aerospace medicine, worked my way up the line to become what's called an independent duty hospital corpsman, which means a command less than 250 members. I am the doctor, the dentist, the psychiatrist, anything medical.
Wow.
My training and experience equal to an MD in 14 clinical specialties, including, this is the prime time of year, preventive medicine, occupational health, infectious diseases. My last 3 years, that was my specialty.
Gotcha.
So I know what's going on out there, and I know the BS that's being broadcast.
Oh, we know that. We know that. Well, today, what we want to do, I want to share the screen here and just be able to bring up a photo here so that this can be kind of some talking points for us today. Because what we want Doc to share some information with you all about today is something about that's called a healthcare co-op. And Doc, can you give us your thoughts in terms of what the difference is between traditional health insurance and a healthcare co-op?
Well, the big thing, and I'm sure most of you have already been affected by it, you've already seen it, the premiums that you pay for your insurance. That's your monthly, you pay the insurance company $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to have health coverage for your family. They misuse the term. It has nothing to do with health care. It's the paycheck to the doctor for the care he provides you.
Yeah.
Well, you're paying thousands a month in premium.
Mhm.
And then most families, $4, $6, $10, $12,000 deductible
Wow.
before the insurance even kicks in and covers it.
Mm.
So the first couple of trips to the doctor, that's out of your pocket. Even though you have insurance, that's out of your pocket.
Right.
Then most insurance companies, if you have a pre-existing condition like diabetes or cancer, or I got a friend of mine lost an arm, uh, pre-existing conditions aren't covered
Mm.
unless you want to pay higher premiums.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky enough to get it through your employer, for those of you who are still working, he has to pay in nearly the same amount in premium that you're paying. So
Mm.
if you're paying $1,000 a month in premiums, so is your employer,
Mm.
to have that lack of coverage.
Yep.
Good term. A very
There,
good term.
there are alternatives, and one of the best alternatives called a co-op, and it's an option that you can get into. It's similar to an insurance in many ways, because yes, you go see the doctor, you file the claim, they pay your doctor.
Mm.
But there's no monthly premium. There may be a small monthly fee
Mhm.
that goes into the co-op,
Mhm.
and that goes into a bucket, and whoever sees the doctor next, his payments come out of that bucket. And that's how the co-op works. Everybody's paying into it and utilizing it through the year. The employer pays nothing unless he chooses to. You Yeah, and your premiums are very minimal, a couple of $100 a month maybe. Depends on the co-op.
Mhm.
Deductibles, none.
Wow. That's
So that's the
big.
big difference between co-ops and insurance.
Mhm.
Lower premiums, no deductibles, no pre-existing condition exclusion. Your boss can offer it as a benefit
Mhm.
at no cost to him.
Wow.
And one of the things that some of the co-ops do at the end of the year, the money you don't use that you paid in,
Mhm.
do you want it back?
Would they give it to us?
Yep. Some
Wow.
co-ops do.
Insurance doesn't do that. We know that.
So this is the big thing with the push for national health insurance, which is federally controlled and mandated health insurance.
Mm.
A health co-op, still under their guidelines, but outside of their dictatorial rules and regulations.
There you go. And that's actually a good point too. There are co-ops that meet the requirements for preventive care and things of that nature that were originally mandated by the Affordable Care Act. So just know that employees and small business owners, and especially talking about solo entrepreneurs, you do not have to give up having good coverage for preventive health care. And in fact, that is so important for us as small business owners. So whether you're a solo entrepreneur or whether you may have a few employees working for you or even a few independent contractors, co-ops sometimes will cover them too, right, Doc?
Oh yes.
All right, cool deal. So we just wanted to help you understand there are other options out there, and you know, Doc happens to be somebody who's pretty knowledgeable about a healthcare co-op option that you may or may not be interested in. How could somebody reach you if they wanted to ask some more questions about that concept?
Well, if they're interested in it, just contact me by email, and that would be C Morris, Morris, 1948 at gmail.com. C Morris 1948 at gmail.com. Or you can call me, area code 321 368 7508. Just say that you're interested in the health co-op information. Either the email or the phone, just say, I'm interested in health co-op information.
Give us that phone number one more time.
321-368-7508.
Thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us here today, Doc. And we thank you, our listeners, for taking the time to hear this important information. We want everybody to know that having affordable healthcare coverage is available to the masses. And we don't always hear about some of these options. So excited we could share that with you today. And stick with us because we're probably going to have a couple of more in a series here about health and wellness options for small business owners. We want you to not only survive, but to thrive as we go through these challenging times. So please be sure to live your song. We're going to need it in the big way. What kind of things? Do you have a final thought, dear?
Well, I think Doc did a great job
He
telling
did.
us, informing everybody about what can happen, where you can actually get health care coverage.
Exactly.
That's affordable.
Well, that's been my song for over 50 years, is making sure you are healthy.
Gotta love it.
Yes.
All right, folks, we'll see you next week. Have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.